Welcome back to Mammoth 4runner. Today is a very exciting day because I have been waiting for a long time to give you guys a full build walk around of my 2025 4runner. And we're finally at the climax as far as like cosmetically, and I would say mechanically too. We're pretty much there. I'll go over what I've done to the rig and what I still plan to do to the rig. There is some more to do on here, but you know, I'm doing this video because we're kind of there. We're kind of at that place. A lot of first time mods with this 6th gen. If you guys been following the channel, following the build, Instagram, YouTube, everything like that, then you've seen a lot of these modifications have not been done. I am the first one to really break into the 6th gen the way that I have, and a lot of it is just taking my previous knowledge from doing the 5th gen 4runner, the 4th gen Tacoma, and putting it all into the 6th gen. But the 6th gen really has just taken on a life of its own. It's really hit a plateau that I really never saw possible. It is my dream truck. I mean, look at the thing. It's at this point, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, it's mechanically sound, and it's awesome. I'm stoked on it. So I'm very proud of this build and I'm very excited to go into it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this beast and go over what I've done. All right, guys, so this is her. Do a quick little walk around for anybody that's new. But the truck has just really hit a peak that I am so comfortable with at this point to be able to make this video. I think this is kind of where it's at. You never say you're finished, but in all honesty, it's at this point we're upgrading the upgrades. So, which is totally possible and I've done many times. All right, guys, without further ado, so we are gonna start with the suspension. So what you're looking at is a 3.5 long travel kit from Wicked Creations. Now what this means is this kit pushes everything out 3.5 inches, so it makes you wider, it offers better travel. It's just the best thing to do for an IFS suspension. Yes, there's portals, yes, there's the MLT kit from All Pro, but this has been the basics for a very long time. This is what I've ran on my 4th gen Tacoma, on my 5th gen 4runner, and it's really been perfect on the 6th gen. Now, one of our newer modifications that I did put on are these hydraulic front bump stops by Wicked Creations as well. So that's gonna help a lot of the up travel, especially running these big tires on this build. Now, what's holding the bypass shocks is the Wicked Creations bypass mount. So we have the kit, which is the upper arm, lower arm, and then we have this bypass mount that holds on the bypass shock. The kit also comes with these limit strap mounts here to help your down travel, and you don't want your axle popping out, which I've actually had happen from getting too much travel and not having them adjusted the right way. So always check your limit straps. The kit also comes with extended axles. So these axles are an OEM core, and then Wicked makes their own shafts at their shop. So they sell this optional with the 4-wheel drive kits. So these axles are specifically made for this long travel kit. Fun fact, the passenger side axle is longer than the driver side axle on these new 6th gens, whereas the 5th gen, I believe the front diff was right in the middle, so axles were equal size. But that was one of the challenges that we came across with this long travel setup, is the driver side axle being shorter than the passenger. So it's a little different setup than what we were used to. But this is the very first long travel kit on the market for the 6th gen 4runner. There are no other 6th gens running this kit. Maybe there are now, it's been out for a little while, but this was the first 6th gen running a long travel kit. Essentially the same kit I ran on my 4th gen Tacoma build. Now, going to the shocks, another company I'm super stoked on and excited to run in this build again, because it's the same shocks that I used on my 4th gen Tacoma, but these are going to be a 2.5 long travel spec coilover shock. They're rated for about 650 pounds to help with the weight, especially running the front bumper and everything. These are running the locked off-road 2.5 bypass shocks. And of course, what I was talking about last time with the bump stop, that is going to be a locked off-road bump stop. Each of them have adjustable reservoirs here, so you can firm it up, soften it up. So basically hard on the pavement, or soft on the pavement, and hard when you go off-road to help you from bottoming out. Now going into the rear, a lot of questions that I get is, what did you do exactly to the rear? Now the rear is technically still a mid-travel setup. So I still have the stock lower control arms and upper control arms. I am going to be getting adjustable upper and lower rear control arms here so that I can actually move the axle back about 1 to 2 inches, mainly like 1 inch, so I can get a little bit more clearance with the tires. That's why you want the adjustables. Now what's holding this up is Dobson's 3-inch rear springs, and these are rated pretty much to the max because I've got a lot of weight coming through the back here. So I needed a nice beefy spring, and Dobson's has these. I'll leave a link to these because I get a lot of questions on these and it's kind of tricky to find them. So I'll leave a link and the part number and everything in the description. Back here I've got Dr. KDSS. I've got his Panhard correction kit here. So basically if you're lifted, you're going to want this whether you're running mid-travel or long travel, whatever. This helps the angle of the back. It goes into a whole bunch of science I don't even know, but you'll want one. They do offer a new Panhard bar, which I actually want. You can get it color matched and everything like that. It's pretty sick. So that's what I'll be doing there. As far as the bump stops, these are Timberin extended bump stops. And since I am running 38s, they weren't extended enough. So they're pretty much at their max. So Wicked actually made a 2-inch spacer to add additional bump space to the spacer or to the bump stop. Now the rears are also locked off-road shocks. They're going to be a 2.5 shock. So this is what you would get with any mid-travel kit or whatever, a 2.5 shock, just so you know it's with the ride height that you're running. Obviously adjustable, of course. Love these shocks. They have been great on all the builds. Now that's pretty much the suspension kit. That's the 3.5 long travel kit, bump stops, bypasses, everything like that. One other addition we did do is, and you can catch this in the long travel installation, we did the TAM cab reinforcements here. So they're just basically new welded reinforcements to help with the alignment. I technically need an alignment right now. It's the first one I've needed since doing the build. So those will save you a lot when it comes to alignments. Highly recommend those if you're running 35s plus, and especially obviously with a long travel kit. All right, so that was the suspension. Let's jump in to what they're allowing me to run, and that's the 38-inch Nitto trail grapplers. All right, now from Nitto, we have their Nitto trail grapplers, mountain terrain. These are gonna be a 38 by 1350 with a 17-inch wheel. These are gonna be lock off-road Invader beadlocks. So these are fully forged beadlocks, and obviously we have the polished, machine polished here. I love the machine polish to make your tires look bigger. They just look beefy. I think they're proper for a good beadlock setup. I do have a full install video of these that I did on the channel, so I'll leave a link and everything in the description. But solid wheel company, they got everything from beadlocks to obviously regular stuff, so make sure to check them out. As far as the white lettering, this is actually just a white paint marker that I used. I'll leave a link to the description for those as well. I always just like the white lettering. I think it's classy. It just makes the whole truck look a little beefier, and you get to see what you're running. So 38s, baby. One of my latest upgrades to the truck, we'll go ahead and get into the body now. So the fenders. Fun fact, when it comes to the fenders, the 6th Gen 4Runner and the 4th Gen Tacoma share a lot of the same parts, from the hood to the fenders to the front grille. I think a lot of people know at this point we've seen the 4th Gen grille actually be put onto the 6th Gen build just with very minor modifications. So honestly, these 6th Gens are pretty much a 4th Gen Tacoma, or 4th Gen Tacoma is pretty much a 6th Gen. I mean, it's pretty wild how similar they are. It's crazy. So that kind of sparked the idea. I was looking at the fenders one day and I'm like, hey, these are the same fenders as the Forza and Tacoma. So wouldn't Fiberwerx fiberglass fenders work for the 6th gen? And they did. I took a bit of a gamble. So this, again, a lot of firsts on this truck. This is the first 6th gen 4runner running these wide fenders. I believe, I'd have to check on this one, don't quote me on it, but I believe that these are 3.5 inches out, or maybe 3 inches out. Other thing too, while we're over here, is that the wheels are a 0 offset, so keep that in mind as well. So all of that poke is coming from the long travel kit. But yeah, so these are the first ones. This is the first 6th gen running these fenders, and honestly, it just, with the long travel and everything, it's just so proper to have them. They came out really good. It was pretty easy as far as the install goes. It was a direct replacement. You know, they fit perfectly. And I don't know if you're running them on any other setup with a different bumper, because these are, again, are made for the Tacoma. So the end piece here is a little bit different depending on how far down you go. But I had to actually cut everything in order to get them to fit with my bumper and my setup. I did a high clearance cut on them as well, because I'm running the 38s. If you're running a 35-inch tire, I don't think you would have to cut them. I think you'd be just fine. It really depends on your offset and everything that you're running. So keep that in mind. But yeah, one of my favorite additions to the build are these fiberglass fenders. Absolutely love the way it came out. Really gave the whole truck a nice beefy look. Now, going on to the Seibin carbon fiber hood. This thing, again, is just one of those extra mods that unfortunately our TRD Off Roads now do not come with hood scoops. So the main motivation was get the hood scoop, but honestly, this is a fully functional carbon fiber hood. So we're getting the proper airflow and everything running this hood. Now, this hood does come with a rain catch. So you'll see the holes right here. I took it out because it's summer, it's not raining. So I get all the proper air going into the engine, cooling it off. I have not ran into any overheating issues, by the way. I know I get that question a lot. No overheating, nothing like that. Pretty good power still, running the 38s. So that's the Seibin carbon fiber hood. Highly recommend it. This thing is just, it's an attention grabber. People notice it right away. They're like, is that real carbon fiber? Is that wrapped? I'm like, that's real. That is real carbon fiber. So big shout out to Seibin Carbon Off Road, or Seibin Carbon. And since we're under the hood, we'll go ahead and jump into what's powering this beast and all the lights. So we have, first off, we have Optima full lithium battery. This is one of a newer, it's a newer addition to the truck. I did it at the same time as doing the Switch Pros. I have an install video for both of them on the channel, so make sure to check that out. But Switch Pros, the only and probably best system you could be running to be controlling your lighting. This Switch Pro controls all my lights. It controls my front locker, everything. And that is what's powering this beast. This thing, if there's anything that's gonna short out, whatever, it controls it all. There's no fuses, no relays, nothing like that. You plug it in and you go. So big shout out to Switch Pro. Oh yeah, the mount that's holding that is a Westcott Designs. They're one of the few that actually have a Switch Pro mount. So check them out if you're looking to run a Switch Pro. It's a good location over there. Over here too is my air compressor. I actually have it just ran like this. It's gonna be a Morflate air compressor, and I just basically extended it. I'll show you here in a minute where I've got the compressor at in the back, but I extended the wiring and brought it up here. So whenever I need to do it, I just plug it in and go. Now under here too, I do have the 6th element cold air intake. Love this upgrade. This was one of the first upgrades I did for the 6th gen. And again, install video on all this, guys. Along with another 6th element, I've got the intercooler here. Anything to pretty much help with the power and the cooling of this truck. It's been really solid, and you know, with all the weight that I'm pulling on this thing, I need as much as I can really get. All right, let's let's jump into the lighting since we just did the Switch Pro and the battery. From Rigid Industries, I have their Phoenix 7-inch pods. So this is their XL pods for the Phoenix light. These are brand new. They just came out with them. They have a backlight feature, 5 different modes of white lights, bright white, amber. I mean, they're sick. I've got install videos of all that stuff. We've got 2 rigid pods in the back behind the grill here. Those are actually added before I got these. That's why they're even back there. But I was like, you know what? You can still get the lighting of them, and it illuminates it all amber anyway, so it's pretty cool. I got 2 more pods on each side, so one here, one on the other side. This is their other Adapt series pod. These things are so freaking bright. It's insane. So it illuminates everything amber. Then we got the white light options right here. We've got the other Phoenix 5-inch pods up here on my Cali Rays ditch light brackets. So I got the 5-inch pods here. And then up at the top, I've got Rigid Industries 40-inch Adapt series light bar. Seriously, a very cool light bar. It's got a really cool backlight feature on it. It's so sick, and it's the brightest light bar I've ever had in my life. And what's really cool is I have a controller inside, I'll show you in a minute, where you can actually control the light and how wide it spreads, and you can focus it into a beam, bring it out. It's really, really, really sweet. Also up on the roof rack here, I have more rigid pods. These are spotlight pods. I kind of want to change these out so that I get more of a wider angle, but nonetheless, they're really bright. 2 rigid amber pods in the back. Those are going to be for the chase lights. And then powering up everything under here, we've got rock lights. So I got rock lights coming up. I got 2 in each wheel well on each side of the truck. I got 2 in the front here. And of course, we got 4 in the middle, and we got 2 in the back. So yeah, this thing is like a beacon of light. So, you know, for all those nighttime off-road trips that, you know, I take like once a year, maybe once every 2 years, I'm set. I'm ready to go. But the camping stuff, hey, you know, I like to turn all the lights on when I'm camping too. So I definitely get some use out of them. All right, more cosmetic from Taco Vinyl. I've got their TRD Pro grill. This is just an emblem that I had made years ago that I decided to throw on there. I actually had a few of them made, and I had one on the 4th Gen Tacoma too. So I just threw it on here. Cool little mammoth emblem. I like labeling these trucks. I like to make sure my name's on all of it. So that is from Taco Vinyl. And let's get into the armor. The armor on this beast. We have from Lil B's Fabrication, their full-size front bumper with midbar option. Back when I finished the build originally, or finished the build when I first got it all ready to go for SEMA, I was running a low bar, which was cool, but this definitely gives it more of an aggressive look, if you ask me. It gives me the option to run these 2 lights properly and not hit the TSS sensor. So this goes right underneath the TSS sensor here. And I mean, look at the line work and everything. And look how sleek the design is. And Lil B's, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. They're taking over the bumper industry. I mean, these things are just such a sleek looking design. Like, this is the best 6th Gen bumper in my opinion. They actually did me a solid and custom, they cut this off here at the edge. So it's kind of a custom made front bumper for mine because I was running the 38s, and my original one was actually sticking out a bit too much and I had to cut it. So they just cut it off right here for me, made it all, you know, clean, very, very clean design here. And Lil B's is just, yeah, they're sick. So yeah, Lil B's Fabrication, full-size bumper. I'll leave a link and everything in the description. Now inside the bumper from Super Winch, I have their 12,000 pound bumper, or not. I have their 12,000 pound winch. best winch on the market. This thing connects through Bluetooth. It's very simple. I have the controller inside the truck, so I just turn on the controller, bam, it's ready to go. No hassle, no nothing. Big shout out to Super Winch. I've had them on all the rigs as well. So Super Winch is the standard, folks. All right, so let's get into the more armor, lots more armor. RCI Off Road, full skids. So we got engine, transmission, transfer case, rear diff. I've got their rock sliders. Pretty basic install on these. Sleek design. They got this top cover here that just gives it that extra little pop. I love how, you know, it's like the little stuff, how these kind of come up. They're not just holes drilled in, but they're actually, you know, like rivets. Give it a nice aggressive look. And I've had them up on, you know, I've tested this thing out a few times off-road since doing the build. See, we got our little scratches here and there. And they work. They work. They've held the weight of the whole vehicle. So super strong. I've used RCI on my 5th gen. And they're definitely one of my go-tos as far as armor goes. So big shout out to RCI Off Road on those. All that stuff available on the channel, so make sure to check it out. All right, in the rear, one of the most unique bumpers, the only bumper like it on the market at the moment. This is Nguyen Works. This is their rear high clearance bumper. And this thing is so sleek in design. And it's one of those things, like, either you love it or you hate it. I love it. It kind of gives it that jet-like vibe. I love the way it pops it up to the back. Nice aggressive look. And look at the clearance. Look at the departure angle on it. I mean, it's insane. Full sensor compatibility. So cut out some holes here. Cut out holes there. Opens up right here. I don't have a stopper on the tire yet. I got to be careful with that one. But this is one of one. This is the first one that they made. It was one of those last minute SEMA prep bumpers that I was like, hey, I need to get a full-size bumper on this. SEMA's right around the corner. Can you guys help me out? And they made and designed it in 2 weeks. So this will be available eventually whenever they decide to put it in production. But at the moment, this is a one-off, and it's a very sleek bumper for the 6th gen, if you ask me. And when you open this up too, you still get that little ledge there. And since we're back here, let's go ahead and jump into the rooftop, or the roof rack, and of course the whittle ladder. I love my whittle ladders, I've said it before, but this is gonna be from 4runner. This is their ladder. I love the petite design of it. It is a whittle ladder. It's small, it's not like over the top big or just it's not trying too hard. It's just a very simple, sleek design. Holds all your weight, helps me put on the rooftop tent. 4runner here, I got their side molly panels, attaches to their roof rack. Full aluminum. I did my own little modifications to it to get the front light bar to fit, and I kind of put this visor down, so that's technically not how it's supposed to be set up, but I think it gave it a better look. And hey, I got to fit my light bar. And what is holding the light bar too is from Rigid Industries. They have that stealth, it's like a stealth mount that's on there. Just look that up, you'll find it on their website. So yeah, that is gonna be from 4runner and Dometic. And cosmetically, I think that's it. As far as, we got armor, we got suspension, we got tires, we got wheels, we got lighting, we got the front bumper, we got the grill. We're not done, there is more. So before we jump into the inside though, let's talk about what is inside and the parts that we can't see. Now, this truck is fully re-geared at 4, 5, 6 gears. One of those mods that no one else had. I am the guinea pig for the 6th gen world, and I was the first one to throw Revolution 456 gears in here. So this does not work for the hybrid. Right now, this is purely for the gas models and the TRD Off Road. So if you are interested in that, make sure you check out Built Off Road. They're over in Costa Mesa. They're the ones that have all the information. I have a full install video for that, so check it out below. But yes, this is re-geared front and back, obviously at 456 gears. It has been a game changer. Honestly, the 6th gen, you know, these new 6th gen 4runners, really, you don't feel the weight like you did with the previous models after upgrading to 35s plus, you know, especially on 38s. You know, people probably assume because of the previous models, oh my God, it's so sluggish, it's this, it's that. We have a lot of low end torque. The turbo on here, the 4-cylinder, it really pushes these things and gives you that illusion that you're, you know, you're going pretty quick. You don't feel sluggish in this truck, even on 38s, even before the re-gear. Now, obviously, after the re-gear, it's 10 times better. I mean, you know, it's proper now. The truck is happy, it's comfortable, right? It doesn't feel like it's pulling all this weight anymore. You can still feel the weight with the 38s and everything else I got on this truck, but the gears are a game changer. I highly recommend them if you're going 37s plus. 35s, honestly, I feel like you can get away with it stock, but you know, choice is yours. It depends on what you got on there. I got full steel skids, everything like that. So as far as gears go, yeah, the choice is yours, but do it. No pressure, do it. All right, do it. And up next, why we were doing the gears, we had to put a front locker in this beast. So I have a factory rear locker in the back with the TRD Off Road model. Now in the front, I have an Eaton Performance front locker. So we are locked in the front, we're locked in the rear, and we're geared in this beast. This thing is ready to go anywhere. It's ready to crawl up a wall, literally. So yes, geared, locked. I think we're ready for the inside. Let's jump in. All right, I do have all my camping stuff in here, so I'm pretty weighed down at the moment. So if you're wondering what the blankets and pillows and everything for, I am leaving to Utah tomorrow. So that is what's happening there. Now, first thing you notice when you're coming into the truck are gonna be the door panels. So again, another one from Taco Vinyl. I've got my custom Mammoth 4runner logo on there because, you know, we got to represent the brand always. I've got mountains coming up over here. I felt it was subtle, gives a nice pop, very unique. Also on the doors, you can't see it right now, but from Operation Mod Out, this illuminates my actual logo here. It's all about the little details. They make the biggest statements. And coming into the front, we have from Seat Covers Unlimited. I've got their front seat covers, obviously with their rear seat covers. Fun fact, I accidentally got the diamond rear ones and I got this for the front. A little mess up on my side, but these are solid seat covers. I had these on since pretty much day one and I don't move them around. Like this is it. This is how much they move around. Like just install them correctly and these things are tight. They hold down. I mean, I have them in all my trucks. So I have them in the Tacoma, I have them in my Scion, I have them in my new Tacoma, the Mud Bath. So big shout out to Seat Covers Unlimited. Switch Pro, we got the Switch Pro panel. And like I said, we got our rack, rock lights, ditch lights, bumper, light bar, amber, locker, backlight. The backlight controls the backlight on the Phoenix lights and the rigid adapt light bar. So really cool design. This is also from Westcott Designs. They have this this mount for the Switch Pro panel. And on the inside, you know, one thing I'm waiting for right now, I actually have it on the way, is I have a 14-inch screen coming. You know, I got this TRD Off Road model, bare bones. I don't have the JBL system, anything like that. I really just wanted the off-road capabilities with the rear locker on it, so I didn't have to worry about that. But, you know, I don't have all the upgrades, which honestly, in my opinion, you don't really need them, especially if you're upgrading already. So which is what I'm doing. Now, this screen is going to be replaced here soon with a 14-inch screen, and I'll do a full install video on that. I forget the company off the top of my name right now, or top of my head right now, but that's coming soon, so keep an eye out. Rugged radios. So we got communications here. This is hardwired into my battery. I just ran the wire coming through the front here. Bullet point mounting solutions. So this is their mount here. So it kind of gave a unique position to put this rugged radio, and obviously I have it attached right here. From 4runner mods, we got the Toyota symbol, so it kind of gives that TRD Pro look. This TRD Off Road has heated seats, all that good stuff. So, you know, bare bones, but I got the heated steering wheel, I got the heated seats, so I'm happy. And yes, you can feel the heated seats through the seat covers, pretty good. Lost Fit liners, of course, these things are solid. I have them in all the trucks as well. Big shout out to Lost Fit on these. As you can see how dirty they get, but they're an easy fix. Spray some water, they're good to go. But no lifting, no lifting. No lifting. I hate the lifting. The lifting drives me crazy. Taco vinyls, rear door right here in the back as well. So all of it matches. My patches, everyone asks about my patches. You know, the bare bones models, the lesser models, we get this vinyl roof, or this, I don't know what they call it, but whatever fabric this is the option. So on my new mud bath Tacoma that I got, I don't have it. I don't think the Tacomas come with this one, but in this case, I was able to get all my patches that I've collected over the years. Fun fact, I have not bought one single patch here. This is just from shows and meeting really cool people and going on trails and meeting different guys and them hooking up with their patches. So if you guys have patches, you go off-roading, make sure you bring them. Bring the patches. Hook up your crew members. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the front, for the climate mods here from Teton Workshop. I've got their shifter knob, I've got their climate controls, so these like literally pop on and off. One of my first mods I did, just give it that sleeker cosmetic look. This is my switch for my adapt light bar, so this is what actually controls the light bar from going widespread to center like spot. So very cool. Here 4runner Lifestyles, I've got their extra large cut mount here, which is clutch, especially if you have a big, large water bottle. All right, in the rear, that's pretty much it for the rear. We're good there. Let's go ahead and jump into the back, where I am still kind of working things here. You know, now this is gonna be from Wheels and Feels. This is their full drawer system. So I have my rooftop tent ladder in here. I've got recovery gear. I've got stuff to switch out my CV axles. I got tools, everything you can need. This is pretty cool from Wheels and Feels here. This is their, let me set this up. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is from Wheels and Feels, and this is their sink setup. So you push this in, boom, there's your sink. And then you mount this right here, and this will go into a water jug or whatever your extra water is. You push this button and you got running water. How sick is that? So cool. I got some extra parts in there. Let's see, I got my barbecue stuff. I got my 4runner. I got my 4runner silverware. I've got more recovery gear. I've got my hoses back here. I've got my pry bars and my everything, camping stuff. So I'm all loaded down for my camping trip right now. I got everything ready to go. We are going camping in Montrose, Colorado, and then going into Moab, Utah, Moab, and then we are going to be doing a bunch of really cool trails. Dometic. So from 4runner Dometic, I have their fridge here, which I have a separate battery that I connect to, and then I have that battery that connects to the truck while I'm driving, so it keeps that battery charged. But then when I camp, obviously, you know, turn it off and that battery will last forever. But this is the 4runner Dometic cutting board, and of course their fridge. So great fridge. I use this already. I've gone on quite a few different trips with it. I just bought their slide out here for it, which I need to mount this actually a little bit closer, because right now, you know, where it's sitting, it hits the top here. So I actually have to remount that. I didn't really think about that when doing it. And that just snaps back in, doesn't move around. You know, things can kind of get a little noisy back here, which is a bit frustrating. But, you know, when you're loaded down, like, what do you expect? I do have my air compressor here in the rear. So I just ran the wires all the way up through, kind of hidden in the back, going through up to the front where we saw earlier. And yeah, so that is the rear setup. I've got all my lights up here. I probably could have done a cleaner job, but that's what we're working with right now. The lights come down and they're ran through the truck to the front. And that is gonna be it for the back. Let's see, tail lights. These are Fiberwerx tail lights. I believe they are available now. These were released to me during SEMA, and these things are bright, they're sleek, they give it a nice look over stock. And of course, we got the Fiberwerx front headlights. I've ran Fiberwerx on every damn truck that I've ever had. Fiberwerx is the way to go. Highly recommend them. Also in the back here, I have from Crash Pad. This is their trash bag. I've actually had this since the 5th gen days, and it's super solid. I bring this on all my camping trips. So big shout out to Crash Pad, Australian company. Let's see, while we're right back on the outside, from Kemper Customs. This is a unique little addition I've added to all my rigs, usually doing a custom emblem. So this is Trail Mammoth, obviously inspired from the Trail Hunter. And the whole idea behind the Trail Mammoth name is when they first came out, these new gens, and they offered the Trail Hunter edition, I was like, hey, I want to build one and I want to make it an upgraded version of the Trail Hunter, which is my Trail Mammoth. So these are my Trail Mammoth builds. This is technically the second Trail Mammoth build, but these emblems are super solid. They're very clean. I mean, look at that. So Kemper Customs, I'll leave a link for those. What's powering the truck is Pedal Commander, obviously. So helping with the throttle response, obviously with these large tires. I do not have a tune technically on this. Well, I do not have a tune on here yet. Now, I work with YodaWorks. That has been the one thing we just haven't been able to schedule, but I do plan to be running a YodaWorks tune on here pretty soon. I ran the YodaWorks tune on the 4th gen Tacoma build I did, and it was a night and day difference. So I'm really excited to get this tuned with that YodaWorks tune. And people always ask me like, hey, if you're tuned, why are you using Pedal Commander? And the thing is, because with Pedal Commander, I can lower the throttle response on the fly. Like, yes, I get the benefits of the tune, but when I'm off-road, I'm about to do an obstacle, I put that thing down to eco mode, and it's not all jumpy anymore. It's just nice and smooth. I don't have to worry about, you know, hitting the pedal too hard. It just controls it. So that's kind of where my thoughts are in with running a tune plus a Pedal Commander. So biggest shout out to Pedal Commander on there. All the vinyl done, obviously with the fenders, with my Mammoth 4runner. Windshield banner, that's all going to be from Reflex Wraps. They're down over in Costa Mesa, Santa Ana area. So if you're local to the Southern Orange County area, highly recommend them. I've done every decal on here. Maybe one day I might get a full wrap on here. I'm not sure. You know, it's one of those things. I've never fully wrapped a vehicle before, but you know, to kind of protect this black paint, it might be in the works. But as far as the build goes, like, we're pretty much at its climax. Like what I was saying in the beginning, this is it. Like, cosmetically, this is it. I think we covered everything. We've got it all. Lighting, armor, Cybin carbon fiber hood, Fiberwerx fenders. You know, this is, at the moment, pretty one-of-a-kind 4runner, and it has been so awesome to do this build and keep doing all these builds. And I hope, you know, me coming through here and doing a lot of these mods have inspired you guys. I love this. I love the Toyota community. I love the 6th gen platform. You know, I was very skeptical about it at first with the 4-cylinder and everything, but honestly, it's been a dream to build this truck. It's been so much fun. You can easily fit 35 plus. You don't have to do body mount chops or any of that BS like you had to do the 5th gens, and they push everything. They push the weight so much better than the previous two. I love my 5th gen. I love that build that I did. It'll always hold a special place in my heart, but the 6th gen really has just amped things up and really shown me what this Toyota platform can handle. But yeah, I hope some of these mods have maybe helped you guys, maybe what to do, what not to do, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and all the stuff in between. The rabbit hole goes deep, I always say it, and you know, once you start,
it can be hard to stop. And my philosophy is like, hey, throw every goddamn mod at the truck and see what sticks. And so far it's sticking pretty good. I think looks wise, this thing is just a monster, and I'm psyched to look at it every day. Big shout out to all my sponsors, everyone involved in the rig, Rigid Industries, Little Beast Fabrication, Cybin Carbon, all you guys, you know, great companies. These are all top tier companies that I put in here. Locked Off Road Shocks, Wicked Creations. These guys, this is what they do. And you can build your rig like this too, if you want to. I hope you all enjoyed the walk around. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything, what to do, how to do it, make sure to leave it in the comments below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.